Hello, welcome back to my Minecraft world on Old Pocket Edition. It's been a minute since the last upload, and that's entirely my fault. You see, uh, I got really excited about this whole idea I had where I was gonna build a Halloween themed build and upload that, and it was like this huge plan, and then I didn't do any of it. And then when I started working on a smaller Halloween project, I couldn't finish it in time for the deadline. So I decided to push back to this November, end of November update, start of December update, and show you what I've done so far, and promise a little bit more for the end of this year. Because, well, let's just start with what we've got going on right now. Okay, so this was my Halloween build for this year. I did a little, you can see it took a while to finish. Most of it was done, I just couldn't figure out what to do up top, so I left that until just a few days ago. But here are the cryptic ruins, and we're not quite sure how these got here. But someone must have built them at some point. Oh, there's a ladder down here. Would you look at that? It leads to an area with a giant pumpkin. This took quite a bit of work to get done. It doesn't look like much, right? But getting wool without the ability to breed was such a pain. Oh my gosh. I just had to wait around here doing totally useless things for the longest time. Just waiting for the sheep to regrow. And it was so annoying. It was terrible. I hate it. But I actually have plans for this area. You see here, there's a bit of a space where I can extend this out, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this area down here all the way up to the underground farming sector. I'm going to have more stuff going here, and I'm kind of really enjoying just building a bunch of networks of tunnels underneath the medieval town, because it's an easy way to sneak stuff in without obscuring the skyline, you know? I can add all sorts of things down here in the future. In fact, I think I'm going to be adding something on this side next. Might have to expand this area out a little bit. You may be wondering why it's in such a weird shape. That's because this is where a bunch of sand was in my world, so I decided, okay, here's a great excuse to dig up some sand, you know? And that's what I did. But this is something I missed out on because I didn't do an update last time. We've actually changed versions already. We're on 0.8.0 or 0.8.1 that I'm recording on. I don't know. Finding old versions on the internet is a little bit hard for certain devices. The Android ones I can find pretty easily, but finding the old iOS files is a little bit harder. So I managed to find a few, and 0.8.0 is the one I have that works, so I've been using that. There we go. I'm just a little bit bad with my hands, you know? I can't use them, apparently. Doors are too hard for me. I'm just I don't know. I guess actually I hadn't ever considered that, but you guys think about the physics of using a block hand to open a door? Steve must be suffering the whole time. Oh well, we're moving up here past the castle. This is all stuff I've shown before, and I do want to do a proper overall world tour when I get more stuff done. Alright, sorry about that. Like I said, I want to do a world tour at some point, a proper one, but I think what I should do first is build up a lot of things in this world to tour, and give these little update videos, and then we come back to it at the end, or not at the end, but after we've reached a big milestone and we show it all off then. But one huge thing about the 0.8.0 update is it added minecart rails. No redstone, so right now these are just powered on fairy dust and magic, and they always turn on. But you can actually use the pathway I built a few videos ago as a rail now, so we can ride all the way down the hill. And here you'll see I've been making great use of the new update. a little bit of a multicolored feast, you can say. So, as I mentioned, I think a fair while ago, this is going to be sort of like a town square area. Huge, big, like downtown area where all the big structures I build can go. And as part of that, I've started building a train station with, I believe this is magenta wool. Uh, and I've just been gathering all sorts of wool because, huge relief, as of this update, I can breed animals. I no longer have to wait 10 years for like my 5 sheep that were still alive in this world to produce some wool. So I've given them plenty of space to start grazing. They're destroying the ground every second. But they're getting the job done, you know? We're getting a lot of stuff produced, and I can actually show you some of the wool we've gathered. There's some from earlier. And then here's some that I've been gathering recently. See, plenty and plenty of wool starting to pile up much faster than it was before. Like the way this works now, by the time I finish shearing the sheep, they're already starting to regrow their wool. It's great. I might want to like do some things to prevent them from eating so much of it so that I can like have them eat even faster. But it's just really good in general so far. Huge update, huge upgrade. And then the last big thing I've been working on is the museum. Now, I need to add rooms for the last update, which didn't add very much. I'll just add, like, I guess a piece of cake. That was pretty much the only block added in the last update. But for this update, for the 0.8.0 update, there's going to be all sorts of stuff being added in these rooms over here. But you'll also notice there's also considerably less holes in the walls now that I've finally managed to get enough wool to finish this off. Thank goodness for breedable sheep, it's made it so much easier. I just got a couple sheep over here, started breeding them, got so much blue wool, and now we're living the dream, you know? We've got so much set up here. I'm really looking forward to all that. But that's kind of all I've done as far as huge updates to this world, because it's a slow process, right? And this is going to speed up now that I can get all these pieces of wool. It's going to start working a lot faster, and I've got a huge plan for this. I want to make this... Here's the plan. I want to make this town a proper town by Christmas. So much so that by the time Christmas rolls around, what I want to do is I want to be able to decorate this place with a bunch of cool-looking decorations all over the place. That's my challenge for this month, right? That's what I'm going to be doing all throughout this month. Finishing up several buildings around here, setting it up, and then decorating the place with all sorts of red and white streamers. It'll be great. I'm so looking forward to that. But that's kind of all the updates as far as the world itself goes. I'm going to now quickly check over my comments and the foundation in the mines to see if I have anyone to add. And I'll meet you there. Alright, welcome back. Took me a second to get down here and write up all the names. But today, we're adding a number of people to the foundation. First off, we're adding Bertus the Great, Endergame 8267, Nika the Noob 19, and a good friend of the channel, Cap'n K. So welcome all of those people to the mining foundation, because the way this world works is I am stripping it bare for all its resources down here with a expansive mine, and I'd like to honor the people who help build the channel, just like this mine helps build this world. Right, with all that out of the way, why don't we take one last look at the castle before logging off for this update. There it is, the great castle in pretty much all of its glory. I like this, the way it looks at night all lit up like that, and you can see It's got a lot of work to do. We got to bring it all the way down here and cover this field with some more castle wall. Build up some more structures inside the castle. But it's really, really good to get it all in view. And I think the latest update has kind of expanded the amount of visibility I get. I can get wider chunk view. Like I can see more stuff at once. And that's very nice, and I've been enjoying that quite a bit for these recording purposes. There is a zombie immediately beneath my feet. I think I'm going to leave off there for today, though. And I hope you enjoyed this little update. I know it's not quite as eventful as some of my other ones have been, but we're laying the groundwork for some huge changes and big projects in this world, and I look forward to seeing how those evolve. I hope you join me on that journey, and I'll see you in the next update. See ya!